Yo, I apologize for the shadows and everything, but the aesthetics is not what you came here for this video. We came here to talk about money, man. And if you know anything about me, I'm gonna just be straight up with it. I'm a struggling freelancer, okay? I have been able to 10 times my income in the past 4 years doing mainly music videos, commercials, things like that. Big milestone for me actually last month. I made $200 off of passive income straight up off of YouTube. That is thanks to you guys. I seriously appreciate it. And you know, I've been working hard for it, so I appreciate you. So I'm gonna get right into this. I started investing on Cash App about a year ago. Well, actually, that's not true. Let me turn on my screen recording. And before I get into like my stock picks and all that, I just want to show you my I've always been weary of like this type of stuff. Like I've always been kind of scared of this type of stuff, but I can show you right now my Bitcoin activity. I've purchased $148 of Bitcoin. It's like nothing. And you see all these little $5 buy-ins. That's how cautious I am. But look, I bought my first $5 of Bitcoin on September 16th, 2018. I bought another $3 of Bitcoin almost a year later. And then this year, I started buying a little bit more. I haven't seen much growth from all that I've invested this year, but because of all the growth I saw from the first like $8 I invested, I want to say that $8 turned into like 60, something like that. And I was like, okay, I see you, Bitcoin. But I mean, you know, now I have $160. Alright, sorry, I got thrown off by that message. I don't know if any of you have looked into Bitcoin at all, but what I like to do whenever I'm investing in anything on Cash App, I like to look at the different time gaps and how the price fluctuated within those time gaps. So I always go first to all time. I always click over to all time, and then I can kind of slide my thumb over, and you can see that Bitcoin started off, it doesn't say how long ago actually. Oh yeah, it does. 2013, January 1st, at least that's when they entered Cash App, at $13.28. You know, a year later, it's all the way up to almost $500. I was not watching it back then by any means. Can you imagine? Actually, I did know about Bitcoin just because certain people that I hung around with when I was younger were into certain illegal activities, and Bitcoin was actually how people would find illegal things on the black market and get it sent in, and you would have to pay in Bitcoin. Around 2014, it goes all the way up $500-600. Then it drops back down to $300, $200 in 2015. Sits around $200-300 in 2015. Then it starts climbing back up in 2016. 2016 it is back up to $500-600. It even broke $700. 2018, let's see, damn, in 2017, so from December 2016 it went from 858 to December 2017 is like $18,000 for a Bitcoin in 1 year. Sheesh, that's nuts. It went up like that's crazy, bro. That Bitcoin made some millionaires. So anyways, 2019 drops back down, dropping back down. 2020 we're still kind of stagnant around, all the way back down to $9,000. And then 2020 pandemic hit. I don't know, people started buying Bitcoin. There's awareness or something. It goes up like crazy from July 2020. No, that's not a good marker. But it goes up from you know, May 2020, $9,000. In December 2020, $19,000. Still kind of like a typical number. But then March 2021, it's up at $60,000. I remember that. That was crazy. RIP to everybody who bought a bunch of Bitcoin at $60,000. You're insane. And then since then, we've seen a steady decline and balance out to where Bitcoin's at about $33,000 right now. If you can see the all-time, Bitcoin is up since 2013, 252,126%, which is just fucking insane. It's up 268% for the year. It's down 11% for the month. It's up 4% for the week, and it's up 0.73% for the day. So every time before I buy, or if I'm thinking about buying, I look through all of these from the longest parameter to the shortest parameter, and I try to see if it seems like the last week or month is a downward trend, and I compare that to the downward trends that I see in the previous year or all time, and I try to guesstimate if it would be a good time to buy in. I only buy in on a downward trend. I never buy in on an upward trend. That's just something that I won't do at this point. I don't feel like I'm well versed enough to pick a stock or a coin and write it like that. I'm more conservative. So that's Bitcoin. I'm gonna go ahead and flip over to the stocks. Now the stocks I started doing probably because of the Bitcoin awareness. I saw Bitcoin growing, and then I've been watching a lot of Graham Stephan videos. I was watching a lot of him before, and it really educated me more on inflation. I saw a stat that said if you invested that first $1,200 stimulus that we got in 2020 into Bitcoin, it'd be like $7,000 or $8,000. But if you left it in your bank account, it'd be worth about $600 or $700 today because of how much money they're pumping into our economy. Now that's a whole other controversial subject. No one really knows where our market is going to go as a result of the inflation. It may just keep inflating. Our economy is at a weird turning point. I'd say right now we're hitting another shift in the economy, like a revolution. Oh no, since January I've invested $575. Not a huge amount. Again, I'm really conservative. And if you scroll down, you can see I'm down $3.21, about 0.5% for the day. If you scroll down, you can see my portfolio, and you can actually sort the portfolio by daily percent change, by daily return, total investment value, share price, and market cap. Now again, I'm not by any means claiming to know anything about this stuff. I just started experimenting with it 6 months ago, and I'm just sharing with you my experience as a struggling freelancer just now getting into this. And these are all long-term buys. I don't invest any money that I'm not willing to lose, and I'm looking for a 30 to 50 year return on these investments. What I try to pay attention to is how my money moves, total investment value. So this is how much I've invested in each of these stocks, just to show you a quick rundown. If you like any of these picks, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think. I was actually doing really good in the beginning, the first month or so. I was maybe up 10%, 20% on average. And then I invested in these Canadian cannabis companies because this news came out that they're considering federally decriminalizing marijuana, right? So once that happens, Canada will then have access to our market. All of these big cannabis companies are going to be able to sell to the US. So that's why they had a spike. I saw that spike. I was like, okay, they're moving. I actually saw, they're very volatile. They're going up and down, up 20% one day, down 20% one day. I tried to buy the dip. I failed. I was too hasty. I was like, ooh, cannabis, exciting. And I bought it at the wrong time. And so that's the main thing that has been affecting my portfolio negatively. Other than that, everything is pretty balanced out. You can see like in the beginning especially, I would just try to invest even numbers, $1 or $10, so I can understand the percentage changes and easily just understand how it's fluctuating. The most important thing is just I'm not emotional about any of this. It's an entertainment learning experience for me. I do expect it to pay out in the long run, but I just have no expectation of it right now other than learning. So if we go to all time, you can see that my first day I'd made 2 trades on January 14th 2021. From there I went on and I made 13 trades 5 days later, and then 5 trades 2 days later, 1 trade a day later, and then I kind of was really active. Over here you can see how much and you can see actually how my portfolio was actually on the up and up, not 10 or 20%, but 2%, $5. See, it seemed like a lot at the time because I only had $200-300 invested. And then you can see it go just tank, just absolutely tank. Look how much I was down. I was down $50, 13%, $50 on a $300 investment. Look, $60. Look, I was just going down. But look here, what I did was I bought the dips, and now it's starting to recover. Look, I was down 90. I was down $95 at one point. A third, 23%, 24%, close to a third. of my portfolio just gone. And I wasn't that nervous, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of just understood that that's part of it when you get into it, and that's actually what I always feared growing up. I was always scared of investing into stocks. I always would rather spend my time and money building something more tangible that I have more control over. But now that I've understood that you can research about these things, you can watch trends, you can depict trends, this is just at a point in my life where I'm like, you know what, I'd just rather put some money in here than put it in a bank. And I'm actually really bad at saving money, so this actually kind of allows me to put money somewhere where it's like I can't take it out, because that would be bad. It's literally losing money if I take it out versus making money if I leave it in. That's my little portfolio. Oh, so I really love Cash App for this. Now, I'm not saying Cash App is what you should use by any means. I'm sure that they have a lot of drawbacks. I'm sure people are probably, hopefully if you know them, drop them in the comments. They probably sell your info, do all this stuff, but it's just so easy for me to buy shares, and I'm already in Cash App all the time. When someone sends me some money through Cash App, I'm like, okay, let me just keep a little bit in the Cash App and spend it on stocks, and that's just like what my savings, I guess, basically. This is how I go through. You can see like these, I diversify a ton, and then these are all the companies that I'm following. So when I see something like that's moving in a certain way, or I just want to keep an eye on it and I don't necessarily want to buy right now, I have this whole section. Look at Adobe. I always love looking at Adobe. All time for Adobe, they're up 5,925,700,000%. They're up 6 million%. That's fucking nuts. Anyways, so every day, what's cool about Cash App is every day they have, you know, first of all, you can search for these stocks by category, so you can just look up the different categories that you like. Most traded monthly is pretty cool, just to see, like, you know, which stocks are heavily traded. You can scroll through there, and then when you click on one of these, you can, like I said, you can see their all-time performance, their year performance, their month performance, week and day performance. You can follow them, you can buy right there. You can see articles, recent articles that came out about the company, so you can go and read that, so that's really cool. You also have a nice, decent little about. I don't know who writes this about, if it's Cash App or if it's the company, but there's a nice little about, so you can learn what that company is, who they do. You can see the CEO, you can Google the CEO, you can see what industry they're in, you can see the number of employees, where their headquarters is, their symbol, I don't really know what that is. I guess maybe they're like, they're Google, I don't know what that is. You can see their share price, market cap, revenue in the past 12 months, revenue year over year percentage, gross profit in the past 12 months, and net profit in the past 12 months, as well as today's volume. That's cool. I don't think this stuff was here like a week ago. I think they just added these. Really cool. You can see their financials. See, this is recently added. This was definitely not here like a week ago. Really cool features. That's why I like Cash App, man. One thing I do know about Cash App is that their trades aren't instant. Like their trades will go through a few minutes after, or a few seconds. I don't even know. So you can't really, I mean, I guess you could day trade on Cash App, but it's really not for that, I don't think. I don't know what it's for. For me, it's just for education and entertainment. Eventually, if this profile gets like big and I find issues that I don't like with Cash App or whatever, I can simply transfer it over. Excuse me. I can simply transfer it over to another brokerage and go through them, you know what I'm saying? So I do plan on investing in other brokerages as well. Actually, I do have a public account. You can follow me on there. Public is really cool because it's like a Twitter stock trading app. So it posts all your trades. You can caption your trades. You can, you know, I don't know, it's not tweeting, but you can talk to different people. You can follow your favorite, you know, investors that are on the platform. See it, you can see it's it looks like Twitter to me, but you can see what people invested in Amazon. This is what people invested in. I've got on here because of Graham Stephan. I follow Graham Stephan, and you know, hey, Uber's up 2%. That's pretty cool. This is what I like to base off of my buys off of when I can see a big dip. You see these biggest daily movers. Arrowhead Pharmaceuticals is down 27%. Sheesh. Oh, I already have $5 of it. I apparently invested in this already for some reason. Yo, so many people pull up to this park just to pee. It's happened like 3 times already. Let's see. I don't want to sit. I'm not gonna sit here and, okay, maybe I should. It's down 27% for the day. For the week it's down 30. That seems like a downward trend to me. I'm gonna buy more. So I'm gonna buy $5. Because it looks like a big dip, and something that I might be inclined to do would be to just like buy a whole bunch of it. But what if it keeps dipping? So I want to keep buying on that dip and not run out of money. You know what I'm saying? Ding dong. I've been following this guy. I forget what it is. E-commerce company in China, that's right. They're brand new. They've only been on the market for a month. They're up 18%. They've only been on the market for a week, since Tuesday. They're down 14% for the day. I'm gonna buy some of it just because I'm curious. I just want to see how it's gonna behave. I'm not buying it because I believe in the company. I'm not buying it because of anything. I just want to see how the money is gonna behave. I'm curious. Media. This is a app solutions something. Downward trend. 10% for the month. 400% for the year. Damn. And they're finding 2,000% since 2006. It looks like a bad time to buy. It's been on an upward trend, but I'm gonna follow it anyways. Watch out for that downward trend. Even though it's down 11% for the day, it still was just so successful that that doesn't mean a lot. You know what I mean? So these are cool. I kind of want to buy some of these. I'll spend some more. See, this one appears to be on a downward trend for the past month, but they're up 17% for the year, from $3.62 all the way up to 10 and back down to 4. This could be a good buy right now. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a little bit of this. I didn't even look at what it is. That's how purely I am, based off of how I see the numbers, I guess. And then I'll see how it plays out. I'll see if I'm right or wrong, and I'll learn from that. It doesn't even have a description of what they do. Independent cloud service provider in China. Seem to be on a nice downward trend from $37 a year ago up to 60 something, back to 31. This might be a good buy. I don't need to follow it. I'm gonna buy some of it. Now you may be asking, isn't this like a lot of different stocks to keep track of? The answer is yes. The answer is yes, but I don't obsess over it. I don't spend all my time doing it. I just go on because it's a long-term thing for me. Like I said, I'm thinking 30, 50 years, I'm not going to take this money out. And this is Vista Outdoor, up 170% for the year, down 4% for the month. That's a nice downward trend. I think it will probably go lower. I'll follow it. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I've been rambling for about 20 minutes. I'm sure you guys are sick of me. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Let me know what you think about this stuff in the comments. Are you interested in trading stocks? Have you traded stocks before? What are the pros and cons of your experience? If you like this video, picking up what I'm putting down, drop a like on this video. I really appreciate it. Hit subscribe if you do, please. I would love to see you in my next video. And I'll talk to you soon, hopefully, if you hit that subscribe button. Peace.